There has been a lot of glazing of Destiny Rising ever since its launch. As a Destiny player and a gacha player, I want to take a look at the game to see if it really is as good as people say, or is it just another gacha game before people have gotten the gacha fatigue. I will probably compare it to Destiny and some other gachas that I play, but I'll try to hold it to its own merits for the most part. This is all just my observations and opinions, so take it with a pinch of salt. I have done some research for the raid specifically, as matchmaking has usually left me with a team that doesn't know the mechanics, and I have no friends who play the game. So, let's get into it. The gameplay, I feel, is the strongest point of Rising, which is crucial. If the gameplay is not fun, then everything else is kind of a moot point, except maybe the story. Rising has really got the feel of Destiny down quite well for a mobile game. The gunplay feels really good, and the abilities, though a bit clunky, are really solid. Sure, they don't feel as good as some of the other gachas on the market or Destiny, but they are quite good. The abilities, they feel powerful, they feel good to use, and they deal a good amount of damage while blending together with the character's kit. This does make me feel like the weapons need a bit of a tune-up, as they don't feel as powerful to use as the abilities, and they just don't feel as great. I mean, the shooting feels great, but like the damage feels a bit disappointing, you know? This might be because I don't have like the best rolls or whatever, or maybe I need to build into using weapons. But, you know, apart from the damage, they feel really great to shoot. My favorite activity so far has been the Realm of the Nine thing. Each run feels different enough to feel fresh, as long as you don't pick the same buffs every time. And it doesn't run too long either. You really get to go on a bit of a power trip with no fighting for kills and all, so that you can really slay out and like really experience your character. The raid was, like I mentioned before, okay. I did manage to do a little bit, one run, I think. The mechanics did exist, and matchmaking is kind of a 50-50 toss up on whether people know the mechanics. For me, the fun of raids is running it with a bunch of friends, and you get a like banter and kind of a high stakes environment. And I don't have enough friends to play this one, so I guess this is kind of just lost on me. Also, as far as I could tell, there doesn't seem to be any raid specific loot. Either that or I just got what I got from all the other activities. And I think that's a bit of a shame, because doing a raid should give me some cool raid loot, not the same stuff which I get from strikes, which is just a bit for the fuck. Speaking of strikes, strikes feel pretty much the same as they did in D2, as they do in D2, I guess. They kind of exist and are pretty boring to do in a group, as Yeah, I mean, like, you kind of have to fight for kills. As solo, I haven't tried it, but like, you kind of get to slay out a bit, and slaying out, I'll be honest, is a lot of the fun. Shifting gates, the Gambit equivalent, is a lot more fun when you have a team that you can talk with. And yeah, I mean, like, I do feel a bit bad for stomping on the mobile players, but not bad enough to stop doing it. If you're not on a team with your friends, it's a bit of a dice roll whether you get competent teammates or you have to kind of solo the entire thing because your teammates are just like either dying constantly or off doing whatever they want. Um, yeah, but like that is possible if you go up against mobile players. No shade, just PC is so much easier to play on. I'll be honest, most of the activities are all carried by the fun of the gameplay, you know? And you get to play if everyone hasn't killed everything already. It kind of becomes a race to reach the enemies first. And on this front, it's pretty much the same as D2, except D2 has like one more mechanic. But, you know, but it's like a mobile game, so that's fine. Now, the side activities like fishing specifically, it feels a bit clunky compared to those in Wuthering Waves and Genshin, which are a lot smoother. Again, I'm not sure whether this is like a mobile problem or what. I play on PC, but like could be an emulator problem. I don't know, but it doesn't feel as good. Haven't played the card game beyond the tutorial, and I've kind of forgotten most of how to play it. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that appealing to me. I've tried a bunch of the card games in gacha games and outside, and generally it's cool in the beginning, but then people find a meta, and then everything kind of goes down the drain when you have to play a certain deck or whatever, or else you just lose. And like, that's just a bit boring. PvP is okay, I guess. Haven't really had much to have played it that much. A bunch of ability spam, no different from D2. But at least here I can kill people using the guns because I suck at aiming. And yeah, if I missed any of the activities, it's probably because one, there are just so many damn activities in this game. Either that or it's pretty similar in the sense that like yeah, it's go and shoot dudes, which is to be expected. And that's kind of like it's playing into the core mechanic of the game. Also, Sparrow racing is ass because those things handle like three-wheeled shopping carts. Don't at me. The character designs are really good. They feel like authentically Destiny characters and look pretty good for the platform it's on, being mobile. Each character has a distinctive playstyle so far, even if some of the playstyles are a bit boring in my opinion. I don't really like the fact that you're stuck with only one set of weapons. I feel at least give them four to choose from, two primary and two heavy. That way, like you have a bit more variety. It's also nice that you can build characters differently, but I feel each character is going to have one build that feels better than the others, and then everyone's just going to build that one build. And that's going to be a bit of a shame. Apart from that, I mean, what's there to say? You have good looking characters that play differently, and that's pretty much all we need. The loot is pretty weak. I feel apart from the exotics and the artifacts, none of the loot feels impactful. Like, the guns exist, but one gun doesn't really feel significantly different from any other gun in the same category. The level up system is really good, where, like, you get to level up each type of weapon or artifact, and that holds for all of the weapons and artifacts of the same kind. The weapon mods are meh. I don't see why they weren't given the same treatment as all the other things, where you can kind of switch them out and each mod of the same type get the level up. A bit stupid, but it's kind of whatever. Artifacts are a bit weird. I do like it, but since they give a power level that corresponds to the stats, and how do you decide which stats are, like, quote unquote, the most powerful? Like, what if I want to build my character in a certain way, like to a particular end, but that's just not the way the game wants you to build that character? Does that mean I just play at a lower power level than if I was playing quote unquote optimally? And, like, I don't want to call this worse than the Hoyoverse artifact systems, which definitely is not, but it is less intuitive and more messy, like hard to find. Which are the really good artifacts? Which are the bad ones? Can you like especially since they have like an active number power level attached to them, you know? It makes things a bit more difficult and less intuitive to use and mess with. The exotics, on the other hand, are great. There are a few like exotics from this that I want to add into D2, and like the Void machine gun. Damn, I really like that. That's what's that Void machine gun called? Um, the Tempo one. Uh, I've forgotten. But I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. I also really like the fact that Easy auto compresses your shots whenever you reload. It makes it so much more easier to use. Bring that to Destiny as well. Okay, this is just some of the messiest UI that I've seen. I feel I probably have higher standards since most of the games that I play have quite good UI. This is just really jarring OTT designs that don't really flow well. It's really easy to get lost, confused, or not get which button to press to do what thing sometimes. Honestly, this is the worst part of the game. The UI just needs to be better. I would recommend using Arknights as an example for how you should do really good UI. It's just one of the best. Overall, it has really fun moment to moment gameplay, and everything is new and cool. But until we get our first major update, I don't know if this is going to follow in the standard gacha footsteps or go down the Destiny road, or will it be something completely different? I fear that after the new toy feeling is gone. It's going to be the same old story as always. Get new character, build new character, play with them until you get bored, do the end game for your loot, and once you have everyone built, you just kind of either you just play it for the gameplay or complain that there's nothing to do. Or you could go play something else until the next major update. I mean, dailies will keep people coming back, but if you're a gacha gamer, then this is no different from any of the other games that you probably play. I really hope that they don't go down this road, but I fear that they very well might. And that's just a bit sad. Anyway, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching and or listening. Let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, means a whole lot, and I'll see you all next time.